hand, so I never ask permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. In the satellite that's on an orbiting mission. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on the mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on the mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay.
How many damn flies? Bro doesn't give belt. Oh, Isaac, I give belt every damn day, Isaac. I'm gonna give you BTE too, boy. Pull up to the crib so I can give you that BTE. Oh, brr.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up.
Watch me get this BTA real quick.
Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
But it's like, I got a surprise for you for the next time when you see me. I'll be there sometime next week, bet. They'd be like, what? Ashil, what did you do? You'd be like, why'd you do that?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
King.
Coming out, throwing is Baker.
Thank you.
Intercepted on the first play of the game.
Who's not giving BTA, Isaac? Who's not giving BTA?
Take possession down inside the 30.
Why would I cut my dress? Why would I do such a thing?
Well, Brock, if the goal was to set the tone,
5 years down the drain, that's saying.
Game, I would say mission accomplished, but might be tough to connect on a lot.
But honestly, you just gotta see what I'm talking about whenever you come, if you come, or whenever I see you.
They know this offense likes to be aggressive, and dare I say, they may have been expecting that deep shot.
I'm about to shut up and go to sleep.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards.
Yes, you did.
That is
the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down.
Okay, I see you with a pick. Yeah. Yeah. You already know, Isaac. You already know what it is. Mike can't hear me. Yeah, he said that. Tell that Grim to stop talking.
Why are you talking to me?
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone.
That Gremlin talks a lot.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 minutes.
Wow.
3rd down.
Gremlin keeps on coming back.
The toe hum on the stat sheet. If you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that one's too far in front of
Are we gonna accept that, ref? He literally hit my player.
And now they're left with 4th and short.
Hit my player before contact.
Off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Offense
Isaac, what's the move for the summer? What's the move?
They're going to try on 4th.
Move good.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson.
What the hell, bro? How do you mess that up, actually? Bro, like, how do you mess that up?
Points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
How do you mess up a beautiful throw like that?
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield.
Isaac?
And there's a man there.
You just
It's
like that, bro.
intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
Hey!
And he
You
makes
just like
the
that, know what I'm saying?
go. It's a
The D too
touchdown
good.
on the pick
The D too
six.
good.
Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though.
We got that steps.
And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six.
There can only be one you are.
He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Point it right.
After the pick, here's Mayfield again.
Oh my god. Yo, chill.
And he's up
Let me
to
throw
the
a pick.
35-yard line as they reel him in. Baker now from the gun. McMillan hauls it in. And they catch up to him.
Isaac,
but
you did not see that.
until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Just why?
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes, right sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick six. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive score. Touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here's Palmer. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Yeah. That was a good idea. There's no way he was going to come back.
Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one,
BTA.
6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, I got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, snap. Let me drop my controls. Bailey, I like you, and I need you. And I need you. Bailey, I love you. I do. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo.
First and 10.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
Goes off in motion. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. This one caught downfield by Flowers. That one good for 26 yards.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
You don't know what
First
you
down
do.
throw for Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he will score. Well, fireworks.
No matter
right out of the
what
gate
I
here, Greg. It only
do,
takes two
all I
plays
think
to
about
put
is
6 on the
you.
board, and they do it with a
Alright.
big touchdown.
Mike,
Okay,
each
next
week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after.
I might be crazy.
And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardy now with the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Panda. I got those to the one.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is hard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Middle. Hey, middle.
Jackson out of the pistol. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
3rd and 6. Jackson up top again. A pass pulled in by Henry. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Going up top. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
And that's how you do it.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
13.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this 1st quarter. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Yeah. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the 1st down, to get down and lift.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
A big loss on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Now, Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Jackson. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And his offense is going to be all set up.
Yeah,
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want a rough neck on it. Big just want. Ask me if I'm finished now. I just begun. I ain't giving out no to no. Just for fun, are you dumb? Run a man, I don't know no other man. Like 100, just for 100 bands. I don't even got me 100 bands. I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me peso. I carry like I'm Prego. Peter Rowan, Carl Petro. Shoulda knew it from the get-go. Yeah. Don't play.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stafford now to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Stafford. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was the tight end. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field-to-ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there at a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
John Boy.
Big 20. Set. Monday.
Now Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing is Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
40 got.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Double right. Ready.
Back to throw. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 71 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, here's Stafford. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave it, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
2nd and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Slow down.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to put something together. To throw is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, it's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. That's returnable now for Smith. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's a good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Again, Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. From the gun, Jackson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing is Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. In motion, Aguilar. Jackson now. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 13 yards out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't.
And now off to the races down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it was.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
I hate plays like that. It's annoying.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
The players fell for you can't do nothing about it. Which most of the time they usually fell for it.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Quick throw, knocked away.
Step the hell out of that.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Let them know, Clark.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes?
Damn, we too tough.
That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
We cannot be stopped.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have the Rams first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Drill right, 22.
Stafford. That'll be caught by
Yeah. I'd rather have that than him swinging.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3.
Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to
But I feel like I already know what he's going to do. So I feel like I'm going to play this. Well, yes, I'm going to try to do that as much as possible.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively,
Ooh.
so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've
Wow.
got to get a first down and make
That was a
them use up
horrible
all their
look.
timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room.
He predicted my play.
And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This a very
one catch, that's all I need.
And that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their
What up, we
chances
selling
of
right now.
this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd
Should listen
down.
to the home.
Throwing now is Jackson. Throw
Oh
right
my God, he held on to the ball. I was not sure if he was gonna do that, bro. He be selling me, bro. He don't be catching the ball. Alright, we can't do nothing about this.
Put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Damn, okay.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and
He was to all his timeouts. That is different.
With 1:06 left to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am
this
going
plays
to throw
dangerous. Oh, no. Ooh, I almost clicked the wrong one.
Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So we're timeouts for 1 minute. He could still definitely come back.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety.
If you think I'm punting it, you're crazy.
Doesn't get him the first down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
GG's. It won't take W's around here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Jackson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Ravens going to use...
He quitted. It is too easy. All right, bro. I'm going to catch y'all later. We'll catch y'all in the next stream. Y'all so good.